I can't say enough good stuff about the old skid steer that I picked up about a week and a half ago, but the bucket that's on the machine that I've been using to move the snow works and works well, but it would work much better if I had a snow pusher or a multi-directional snow plow. And the worst time to buy this snow plow or a snow pusher would be right in the middle of a snowstorm. As far as the skid steer is concerned, there's really only 3 implements that I would be using up here if I had my choice. One would be a snow pusher, one would be a snow plow blade, and the last would be a snow blower. But if I have a snow pusher / snow plow blade, I can probably live without the snow blower. There's another snowstorm headed our way. I wanted to clean up the new property so I can park the trailers over here, and in the middle of doing all this, all of a sudden, this happened.
I don't know about you, but if I saw a guy on a skid steer at the end of a really long, nasty road, I probably wouldn't drive right in front of him. I'd probably make sure he sees me before I drive right in front of him. I have no idea who that was. I don't know who that person was, and I guess I just get nervous when people that aren't familiar with the area just go wandering around. I even wonder if that person had winter clothes or a coat, like if they had to get out of their car and walk. Are they prepared for it? I'm not trying to be overly critical of whoever that person was, but there's a part of me that just kind of always worries about the people that come up here.
Whoever that person was that decided to drive right up my driveway onto private property, right in front of me to turn around, obviously wasn't from the area. Their license plate told me that. But I always get nervous when people go out wandering around like that because that's how they get stuck and bad things happen. After nearly 7 years of owning our land up here, we've just about seen it all. From big rig semi-trucks trying to get up this road to little two-wheel drive cars. And in the middle of winter, when I see a girl drive up my driveway with 2 dogs hanging out of one window, and it's very obvious that she's not quite familiar with where she's at or what she could potentially be dealing with, I always get a little bit concerned. Because I have 3 daughters, and it's my job, as their father, to be concerned about situations like this. By the way, I'm getting pretty good at wheelies in the skid steer. As I've been on the hunt looking for either a snow pusher and or a snowplow blade, I happened to find this Bobcat specific 2-directional snowplow blade that also doubles as a snow pusher, which means I don't need a snow pusher now. I've got that covered in this one piece of equipment.
All right. I want to try it with these wings out and see what it does.
What do those things do?
Well, you can push snow like a real snow pusher, and it makes a box like this, like that. And then what happens when you start pushing snow is it just stays in the box. So it's like
You don't have to go back
right?
and...
So you don't have to have two different pieces of equipment. You have a plow, a 2-directional plow, and you have So since I picked up the skid steer, I'm guessing I'm approaching the 20-hour mark, meaning I've put about 20 hours on it, and I've been sitting on this the entire time. The old Bobcat seat is just plumb worn out, and I ordered a new universal suspension seat that I want to put in here and see if it makes much of a difference. Last week I could barely stand up straight. My back hurt so bad from just bouncing around in this thing. So I'm really hoping it gives me a little bit more comfort.
I'm grateful to have this skid steer, and it has most definitely been a blessing having this, dealing with a lot of the snow around here. But if I can't plow snow comfortably and stay warm in the process, it completely defeats the purpose of having this thing. So I need to get the seat figured out. The seat sits up a little bit high, but I feel like it's going to settle down as it gets used. So for less than a few $100s, I think I've got my problem solved. The only other thing that needs some attention right now would be the aftermarket heater that was likely installed back in the 90s from the dealership when the Bobcat skid steer was bought new. I'm going to replace the old heater in the skid steer with a new aftermarket heater, and hopefully I'm warm and I'm comfortable when I'm running the skid steer.
The new seat rides really good, but it sits up a little bit higher than I would like. But I'm guessing with time it's going to settle down quite a bit. That suspension aspect of that seat was definitely worth the investment, I think. But I was not impressed with how that seat went together. There weren't even the bolts that were necessary to bolt it together. And for a $300 seat, you would think they would give you a little bit more. But I am happy with how it drives. So.
We will see you guys in a few days with a new video, and we hope you are having a great start to the new year. The next video will be all about the finished plow truck, and I can't wait to tell you all about it.